The Mandalorian and Grogu, 2026. Star Wars fans have been waiting years for the return of this franchise to theaters. The Mandalorian and Grogu will be the first Star Wars movie since The Rise of Skywalker back in 2019. Well, on paper, it looks good. Baby Yoda on the big screen, that's merch heaven. But here's the problem. Audiences are used to watching The Mandalorian at home on Disney+. They've been conditioned to think of it as a streaming product, not a theatrical event. And there's the release date, you know. Disney is slotting this film just 3 weeks after Avengers Doomsday. That's Marvel's massive crossover event, the kind of movie that completely dominates the box office for weeks on end. When Solo, a Star Wars story, released right after Avengers Infinity War in 2018, it got buried. The same thing could easily happen again here, no matter how much fans love Mando and Grogu.
No, hold them apart.
Fast 10 Part 2, 2026. The Fast and Furious franchise has been running on fumes for years now. Yes, Fast 10 grossed about $700 million worldwide, which sounds great until you look at the budget. Between production, reshoots, and global marketing, the movie cost so much that Universal barely made a profit. Then now comes Fast 10 Part 2. This is supposed to be the grand finale of the saga, hopefully. Hopefully it's the finale. But unless the studio slashes the budget dramatically, it could be another financial problem. Audiences are also feeling serious fatigue franchise. We've had cars in space, impossible stunts, endless family speeches,
Family, 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 family.
What else is left? I believe they will go back to the streets, like they said.
Are you about to make an announcement? Oh, what's about to happen?
Is to bring the franchise back to LA. Was to return to the car culture, to the street racing.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
But if this sequel doesn't reinvent itself in a big way, it could easily sputter out, making it one of the most disappointing blockbusters of 2026. Clayface, 2026. On the other side of the superhero spectrum, DC is taking a wild gamble. Director Mike Flanagan, known for The Haunting of Hill House and Doctor Sleep, is making a $40 million budget psychological horror film about Clayface, a Batman villain who's basically a tragic shapeshifter. Horror fans are intrigued, and Flanagan has a strong track record. But here's the issue. This is not your typical comic book movie. There are no capes, no Justice League cameos, at least none as of now, even Batman we don't know, hopefully, and no massive action sequences. It's a character study about the villain most casual fans don't even know about, and it's releasing in September, historically a quiet month for movies. That could mean the box office just isn't there. While this might end up being a cult favorite on streaming, its theatrical run could easily underperform. Project Hail Mary, 2026. So, Project Hail Mary. This is based on Andy Weir's best-selling novel, and it stars Ryan Gosling as an astronaut who wakes up alone on a spaceship with no memory.
Please state your name.
Riley Grace. I just woke up from a coma.
Only to realize he's humanity's last hope for survival. Sounds cool, right? But here's the problem. Original science fiction is notoriously tough at the box office. I guess unless you're Christopher Nolan. But just ask Ad Astra, Blade Runner 2049, or The Creator. All had great reviews, big stars, and still struggled financially. While Gosling's name will draw some attention, the movie's brainy, high-concept premise might not connect with mainstream audiences. This feels like a kind of film that critics will love, film Twitter will hype, and general audiences will skip until it hits streaming. Just like Fall Guy. It's not like the best movie ever, but it's fun, with big names as well, but it did alright financially. Long term, it could be considered a success. Who knows? But in theaters, it's more likely to flop. Hopefully not. Scream 7, 2026. Horror franchises usually have built-in safety nets because of their small budgets. But Scream 7 has a unique problem. Controversy. The film lost two of its biggest stars. Jenna Ortega walked away due to scheduling conflicts, and Melissa Barrera was fired after online backlash. Those two actresses carried the last two installments, and fans are furious about their absence. I mean, Scream's name is iconic, and yes, horror tends to make more money, but this feels like a PR disaster waiting to happen. If fans don't buy into the new cast or storyline, Scream 7 could open weak and disappear quickly. Remember, it's not just about the scares anymore. It's about where the audience trusts the franchise. And now, the trust is fractured. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, 2026. The DC Universe is in transition under James Gunn.
Peter and I knew we needed one logo that would bring us all together. We knew it needed to be something that was immediately recognizable.
Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
And Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is one of its first big tests. The story, based on Tom King's comic run, features a darker, angrier version of Supergirl on a cosmic revenge mission.
Yep.
What the hell, dude? Why did you move the door?
I didn't move the door.
Hey, where is my dog?
The CW version was angry as well, but with a different purpose, I suppose.
So she's gay. Yeah. And are you saying you're gay too?
So this could be refreshing for hardcore fans. But it's also risky. Casual audiences might be expecting something lighter and more hopeful, especially compared to Superman.
Okay, well, this is why he has behavioral issues.
And let's not ignore superhero fatigue. Audiences are already showing signs of burnout, and for sure we'll know that once the new Spider-Man movie comes out. If that movie struggles to reach its expected box office numbers, well, Supergirl is in trouble. Usually projects like this with lesser known characters struggle, and if Supergirl doesn't find the right tone, it could struggle like The Flash or Blue Beetle. For Warner Brothers, that would be a massive setback. Masters of the Universe, 2026. After decades of failed attempts, He-Man is finally returning to the big screen in Masters of the Universe. The problem? This movie reportedly carries a budget of nearly $200 million. That is insanely risky for a franchise that hasn't been relevant to the mainstream audiences in decades. Yes, the original toys and cartoon have nostalgic value, but can you really build a billion-dollar blockbuster around that in 2026? Who knows?
And there's only one place where I may be able to communicate with her now. Castle Grayskull.
Look at what happened to Snake Eyes and Power Rangers. Nostalgia alone isn't enough. Unless this movie captures lightning in the bottle, it could easily go down as one of the year's biggest money losers.
You will no longer stand between me and my destiny.
But I will. I told you it was always between us.
Oh, I ache to smash you.
Ice Age 6, 2026. And finally, we have Ice Age 6. 6 movies of Ice Age. 6.
Ice Age 6 is coming to theaters.
There we go.
So once upon a time, Ice Age was a billion-dollar franchise. Kids and parents loved it, and Blue Sky Studios pumped out sequels. Too many of them, actually. But the last few entries showed serious decline, and with Blue Sky now shut down, the revival is being handled under a new creative team. The real problem, though, is competition. This new Ice Age movie is set to release in December 2026, the same holiday window as Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3. Dune. That's brutal. Even if families want animation, Disney and Illumination usually dominate that market. Unless Ice Age 6 delivers something truly fresh, it risks being completely ignored. That's 8 minutes. Thank you for watching. Like the video and don't forget to subscribe for more flops.